All right, today we're going to talk about which one is better, selling a put or buying a call. All right, so in this video, I will help you answer that question. And let's choose a stock here, TSLL, which is a 3x leverage play on Tesla, TSLA. And when I sell a put, I sell the $30 put or even slightly lower than that, like 25 delta, not $30, 30 delta or 25 delta put. In this case, I chose the what's this? The 16 dollars and 50 cent put on TSLL expiring on February 13. That's 34 days from now as I record this video. And by doing so, I collect a $1.26 or $126 in premium. In the world of options, everything is done in batches of 100. So that's the multiplier, 100. So I will receive a $126 in income. Okay? So now, so the pros of selling a $30 put are one, you collect income, and there's a high probability of profit, if you position it at a 30 delta, because then the price of the stock has to go way down before you start losing money. And I'll show you the P&L profile, okay, of selling a 30 delta put. Now, what are the cons or the bad things about it? Well, it requires a lot of capital, so in that case, it requires $1,650 in capital to collect $123 in income, which is not really bad if you think about it. That's more than 7.5% yield on your money in 34 days, right? Now, the really bad thing about selling a put is that your max loss is greater than your max win. You can literally lose more money than the money that you collect. Okay? And, let's say the price of TSLL crashes, which it happened before several times in the past. Um, let's say the price of Tesla, went down by 50%, right? Then the price of TSLL will go down by even more than 50%, right? And then now you get assigned shares at a big loss. Okay? So you can literally lose way more than the money that you collect, right? That's the number one thing that I do not like about selling a put, even a 30 delta put or even a 20 delta put, because you know um, there's always the possibility or the probability that a black swan event happens. Let's say Trump says something, tweets something, and the market panic and so on, and then now TSLL has dropped by 50%. Then you are looking at a really big loss. Okay, now what about doing or buying a call? When I buy a call, I buy the 80 delta call. I don't buy the way out of the money call. For me, that's a lottery ticket, right? So I mean, if it so happens that I'm right, then I'll make a lot of money. However, the risk of losing is very high as well with a way out of the money call, right? Whereas with a deep in the money call, 80 delta, right? Then there is a higher chance of making money versus a out of the money call. However, the probability of profit compared with a 30 delta put is actually lower, when you are doing an 80 delta call, when you're buying an 80 delta call. So in this case, an 80 delta call at $15, that's the strike price, right? The cost of that is $4.23 or $423. Whereas selling the $16.50 put, it will cost you $1,650 in capital, right? And then you collect $126 in premium. In this one, right, when you're buying a call, $15 call, 80 delta, you are paying $423, right, in order to have that call, right? Now, as you can see here, right, the price of the stock has to go beyond the current price right now as I record this video, right? in order for you to break even, right? So the way you calculate that is basically the price today, 1861 plus the cost of the call. In this case, $4.23. So that means, to break even at expiry, right? Then you gotta pay. I mean, the price of the stock has to be $22.84, right? So that's the downside, right? So the pros of an 80 delta call, you have limited loss. It's limited in this case to $423. That's the capital that you use in here. It's a more efficient, from a cost standpoint, it's a more cost efficient stock replacement. So in other words, instead of buying 100 shares of stock, in this case, it will cost you $1,861, right? You only spend $423. If you're bullish on the stock anyway, if you believe Tesla, and in this case TSLL, will go up in the next 34 days, then you might as well buy a call because you have an unlimited upside, right? So the higher the price goes, the more money you're going to make, right? Now, the downside is, if you're wrong in a direction, you lose 100% of the capital. But if you're prepared to lose that, then that's okay, right? Now you can always have a stop loss. So let's say, the value of the call drops by 50%, you can choose to just exit out of the trade, and then you try again. Maybe you're too early to it, right? Now, as I said earlier, selling a call, you need to have a higher break even at expiry. you know, um, you need a higher price to break even at expiry, okay? Versus selling a 30 delta put. So so again, which one makes more sense to you, right? Selling the $16.50 put, expiring 30 plus days from now, 34 days to be exact as I record this, you collect $126 in premium, right? That's kind of like the most that you can make on selling a put, or you buy the $15 call for $4.23. So that means $423. That's the cost, right? With the same expiry date. Which one do you think makes more sense, right? So let's analyze the numbers here. But before we do that, this is the chart of TSLL. We look at the different resistance levels. In this case, it's 23.50 and 27.60, and different support levels. In this case, it's $20, $17, $15, around $12, and then $10, right? So what you need to do is, you need to find out the profit of selling a put versus buying a call in each of those price points, and you can do that, either before the expiry, expiry, or during the expiry date, right? So, when you have, let's say, this tool called Option Strat, it will help you calculate, right, the amount of money you can make, the P&L profile versus time, and versus the strike versus the price of the stock, right? So as the price of the stock goes up, obviously when you sell a put, right, then you make money, right? Selling a put is a neutral to bullish strategy, and buying a call is definitely a bullish strategy, right? And then when the price goes down, you lose money, right? And then you have the break even point, right? So now, as you can see here, that the profit, right, will change as you approach expiry, right? And then as you notice in here, the profit when you sell a put, right? It is limited, to $126 because that's the premium that you're able to collect, right? Now, what about, so here's the P&L profile compared with, the key, price points, right? Based on support and resistance levels, right? So at $12, you lose $324 when you sell the $16.50 put at expiry. $15 minus $24, you're almost break even in there. At $18 onwards, it's the same profit, $126, right? Now, what about, buying the $15 call? Again, it will cost for $123, right? And as you can see here, to break even, I mean, you need a higher break even point compared with selling a put. right? So, but there's no limit to how much money you're going to make with buying a call, right? Remember, the call is only $423, but if the price shoots up, so you can see in here, right? I mean, you can make $687 profit if it shoots up on Monday, right? So, yeah, so it's, so it's up to you really what you prefer. So let's compare that, right, with the different support levels and resistance levels, right? So at $12 and $15, you're at max loss, right? With the $15 call, okay? And then at $18, you'll have minus $122 in profit, right? Meaning you lose $122. And then at $20, you make, $78. And at $23, you make a whole lot more money, right? Compared with, selling a put. And definitely at $27, you make $778, right? So in terms of who wins, right? Obviously, the $16.50 put, it wins at the 12, 15, 18, and $20 price points. All right. Whereas the $15 call, above $23, then it's the winner, right? And again, there's no limit to how much money you can make with the 15 with buying a long call, right? Now, so let's express this in percentage terms. Again, the $12 and $15 buying a call, you have max loss, which is 100% loss of your capital, right? And then at the $18 and above, selling a put, okay, gave you a 7.6% flat profit all throughout, right? That's the max profit that you can make, all right? And then for buying a call, right? You make money at $20 and above, right? And in fact, at $27, you can make 183.9%. It's really, really cool, right? So if you believe that, that Tesla stock, in this case TSLL, the three times leverage play of Tesla, will go up in the next 34 days, then in my opinion, it makes sense to just buy the long call, but you buy the 80 delta call, because it's a lot less risky versus an out of the money call, right? But if you don't think, you're not sure if Tesla will really skyrocket, you think that maybe it will not, right? And to have more protection on the downside, and if you have the capital for it, maybe you will go with, selling the 1650 put, right? And collect 7.6%, premium, right? So it's really up to you, right? It's up to your risk tolerance, right? It's up to your goal, if you want more capital gains, right? you know or if again, if you have a bullish thesis on Tesla, then by all means buy the call, right? But which one do you think is better for you? So put it in the comments below, right? Put if you think selling a put makes sense, or call if you think buying a call makes more sense, right? Put in the comments below. And if this video is beneficial to you, definitely like this video and subscribe so you can follow my US investing championship journey as well, and learn in the process about stocks and about options. And if you'd like to know how to find winning stocks that are trending up, stocks that will give you 10, 20, 30% profit or more, then definitely watch this next video and I will see you there.